It's 2021 and we've been with Exp Realty for a couple of years now. And I just want to do a quick recap on 2021 on things that I was personally surprised about and things that we may still be a little disappointed about. So stick around. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group here with Exp Realty. I wanted to put together a quick channel for you to kind of take all the hype and all the fluff out of everything that we're seeing here with EXP and give you the no BS data, what you need to know. As a single agent, as a team lead, as a agent in a different brokerage, and as an ops manager, I've been through all of these different things. And I just wanted to give you my perspective and some things that you need to know about EXP prior to making a move or being this your first brokerage. So let's get into it. First thing, let's talk about the things that we were surprised about this year. Now we are coming up towards the end, towards the last quarter of 2021. Some things that were surprising was our stock. Yeah, our stock. We get stock here at EXP. You have plenty of options to get it. You'll get it and opt into 5% from anything that you close as an agent. We'll get a 10% discount, and that just goes into your stock portfolio as you continue to do more business. You also get stock from your first closing, and of course, if you cap, meaning that you have given EXP $16,000 from the 80-20 split that you start with, and then it's 100% back to you. If you cap and meet icon status, you get that $16,000 back in stock at the time that you make icon agent, which is awesome, right? Because you're pretty much just here for fees at that point, as long as that stock goes 1-to-1. But that stock went up quite a bit, and it did do a split this year. I saw my stock go up almost 4 times what I originally had just the previous year. Now, obviously, it is corrected. It is a stock market. Past performance isn't indicative of future performance. I've read that all the time, and I'm not a stockbroker, but I was very surprised to see that and see how awesome it has been and how it has been stabilized. Providing that EXP stock stays at least 1-to-1, you're still not working for any fees towards EXP, providing that you cap and give them what they need from that. Other part that was really surprising this year was growth. Goodness, now they're in 8 different countries. It's not just here in the United States, they're in 8 countries now. They started at the end of 2020 at 41,000 agents across the United States and the world. They are up to 60,000. My goodness. Talk about exponential growth, and it's not even the end of the year. So agents are seeing how awesome this brokerage is and the availabilities that joining this actually has, and the opportunities to excel from your previous big box brokerage. Maybe you had 100% brokerage and it wasn't all that. Maybe you were a broker that was doing your own boutique brokerage, and you switched over here. You saw how great this opportunity was, and now we're just growing and growing and growing. And it's still early. It's still early before we are going to see the cap out of that EXP rev share. We're still far, far away from that, and it's still a great opportunity to jump in, and people are realizing that. Now, another thing was EXP actually came together. 2020 was a bit rough, right? The whole COVID thing, and then of course we rolled it right into 2021. Everything seemed like it was good come June, and then whatever, right? Well, despite all that, EXP has still come together, even putting good implementations to make sure everybody's safe. And it was really nice to see everybody actually in one place. When I joined, which was back in 2019, we talked about doing certain things, and never actually got out to do that before COVID hit. So everything was virtual, right? But now we're starting to see things come together. They had a Build 21 conference, which wasn't actually from EXP. It was from the agents that had put this together. Let me say that again. It wasn't the brokerage that put this on. It was the agents from EXP. It was agent produced that put this together. They were able to get Tony Robbins to come to this thing. And I don't know if you know, but to go to a Tony Robbins event, it's thousands of dollars, and it was a fraction of that price to go. And it was nice because they actually did good training throughout the 2-day experience that we did have there. Technically it was 3, but we'll call it 2 days worth of content. It was fantastic. Now I'm really excited to see, because come November we do have EXP Con in Las Vegas, and we're going to actually see another 3-4 day conference and see what type of breakout sessions that they have and what sort of content that they're going to produce. But it's going to be great to be around other like-minded agents. Now, when you're part of a cloud-based brokerage and you do not see other people in your brokerage because you're working from your home office, maybe you're working from a team office or something like that, you just don't get to go around other agents and like-minded people that inspire you to do more. It's great to see that happening. Another part is that during these conferences, it had phenomenal content. It wasn't what we had seen before, and we're really excited about that. Okay, so let's jump into the things that were a little bit disappointing throughout this past year. There's still a huge stigma out there for EXP being part in MLM. If you're not familiar with that, that's multi-level marketing. Technically it is a multi-level marketing, but every time somebody hears that, they think back to the 90s and think of into the 80s and think of the Ponzi schemes that were going around, like, you give me $1, I'll give you a portion of this, this, and this. And because of that, we do attract some people that's the only thing they're after. Now, my team and I came on to this brokerage because we wanted to do real estate first, and what a great opportunity it has been to be able to do real estate. Now, the MLM stigma behind it is really just a apprehension to actually learn what this is all about. Without a product, the MLMs are a scam. But if you have a good product behind it, then it's definitely not. Let me just explain real quick if you're not familiar. So EXP puts you on an 80-20 split. So that's 80 to you as the agent, 20 split when you close goes to the brokerage. Now you only pay them that 80-20 until you pay them the amount of $16,000 if you're a single agent. If you're on a team, it could be $8,000. If you're on a big team, what they call a mega team, it could be as low as $4,000. However, whenever that you get to that cap, right? Prior to that 20% that you were giving, that is the portion that is actually given out for your revenue share. Now, if you've been a part of a program like Keller Williams, which EXP kind of ripped off but took the good parts of it, the Keller Williams model was great, but it was profit share. So it wasn't the revenue. It was after expenses were taken out, then you get a split of whatever that was. Well, this was before expenses. So from that 20% or portion of that 20%, a certain portion comes out from EXP Dollar to pay all the agents the revenue share. It's essentially like getting a referral fee for somebody every single year, providing that they do at least one transaction every 6 months with a GCI of at least $5,000 gross commission income. All right, so other things that were a little disappointed, the conferences, they sucked. And when they were online, they weren't that good. They tried really hard. I'll give them credit for that. But the way that they were set up and things, it didn't have good information. It wasn't engaging. It wasn't really that good. But I didn't expect much from them personally because I saw what they had done in 2020. And of course, they were working the kinks out and everything else, as everybody was during COVID. But it did get better, but it still wasn't good. The in-person one that I was talking about before was really awesome in comparison. And in comparison to the big Realogy summits that we had gone to previous brokerages, it was pretty much on par with that, except it's got a bit of an EXP spin to it, which of course will bring in your rev share. All right, one other thing a little bit disappointed is the support in certain states weren't that good. Now, I am currently licensed in the state of Ohio, as well as the state of Florida, and one's going to be better than the other, just because. Now, Florida seemed to have their stuff together. Ohio was getting better, but it still wasn't that great. Not saying that other brokerages are going to be better or worse. They definitely will be, depending upon who your managing broker is. However, they're getting a lot of these kinks. They're getting a lot of turnover. We're hiring more people, I'm assuming, to handle the volume because we're growing so quickly. But you eventually get there, but there has been mistakes. It's still not perfect yet if you can ever achieve perfection when it comes into compliance and support. Now, one other thing that we do have to manage transactions is called SkySlope. And SkySlope is still missing a ton of stuff in comparison to whatever our big box brokerages are giving their agents. When I say big box brokerages, I mean the real G people, which could be your Coldwell Banker, could be your ERA, Better Homes and Gardens, like all those different big franchise companies. And of course, Keller Williams, you could also put them in sort of that big box sort of mentality. Anyway, the product that they have, they're promising updates. We haven't seen them yet, but we know that they're working on it. It just hasn't happened yet, which is why we're a little disappointed in that program, but it still gets you what you need to get done on. All right, so that's all that I got for you for our recap for Exp Realty, our review for 2021, our surprise, and our disappointed. If you have any questions on anything that I did go over, please leave it here in the comments below. Of course, if you are eager to join, you can always go to our main page, click on the Join Now tab, and we'll get you going. As a reminder for those that do join under me specifically, if you are in our local area, you are able to get our mentor program. If you are out of here, we cannot mentor you if you're not in our local area. However, we can actually give you our 90-day boot camp, which is specific, and of course you'll be assigned a mentor to your actual market center so that you can learn contracts and all the other stuff. But if you want to get real estate done quickly and at a massive level, our 90-day boot camp will get you there as quickly as possible. It's all self-paced. All right, and of course, if you want more information about this or anything EXP, you can always give me a call, text, email, find me on LinkedIn, find me on anywhere in social media, send me a message. I'm always happy to help in the most unbiased fashion that I possibly can. But again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care.